Hello and welcome to our video presentation on our 2014 Range Rover Autobiography 4.4 SDV8. Stunning example finished in Santorini black over ivory. We'll come on to the interior shortly. Really high spec this car. I can't list everything on this video, but it does have heat reflective privacy glass, 22-inch turbine wheels, whole host of extras on the interior which I'll come on to shortly. Panoramic sunroof. This is at its pinnacle in terms of luxury, refinement. It still feels so good to drive now and so special. Even compared to the newer cars, the latest offerings from Land Rover just don't seem to have this sort of build quality. So really, really good car in my opinion. If you can find a good one with a good history. And as such, we've been trading over 21 years now. We used to sell a lot of Range Rovers and we really don't get many anymore because quite often they just do not stack up for us condition-wise. But this is such a good car. We know the last owner, very meticulous gentleman who's looked after it properly. Prior to that, it was also evidently cared for at great expense by looking at all the invoices and everything that we've got with the car. It's got a really, really good history. And I'm looking around it. There's really nothing major to point out in terms of damage, dents, defects. I mean, let's not be harsh on this car because it's literally 116,000 miles, 11 years old, and probably 10 or 15% of its value when it was new. So we can't describe it as being perfect, but it's very, very presentable and undeniably good value in terms of what you actually get in terms of a product for the money. I'd say it's unrivaled in that respect, actually. This car is pure luxury. It feels like it's got such good road presence still and does everything anyone could want from a good Range Rover, really. No reliability issues at present. I've driven this car myself as the business owner and it wafts along beautifully. Plenty of power, perfectly smooth. They're very addictive, these cars, once you start driving them because there's really not a lot else on the road that competes in terms of ticking all boxes in those aspects. But I won't get on to selling it. I'm sure anyone looking at this video will already know what they want. Let's talk about the condition. Again, can't be too harsh on this car because of the age and the mileage. There are a few sort of minor trivial defects here and there, as you'd obviously expect to see on a car that's 11 years old and 116,000 miles. But overall, it presents beautifully. It does have that typical road presence that you get from a Range Rover in a premium colour. Santorini black is undeniably one of the most favourite colours to go for. Turbine wheels, all in good condition. Good tyres all round. Good brakes. Looking down the near side, nothing significant to point out in terms of damage. Just the odd little, maybe stone chip and hairline scratch here and there, but we will detail this car prior to handover. It's literally just landed with us in this condition. Again, looking at the offside rear wheel, for example, very, very clean with a good tyre on there. No issues to report. Again, looking all down the offside, very, very tidy there. There is some slight discoloration on the front grille, but talk to us about that because this can either be very easily repainted or replaced with like an SV style. They're readily available online. You can almost customize this car with the grille. So we're not going to dive into putting that right at the moment. We'll obviously listen to any buyers and what their personal request may be, because it may well be you could fit a different grille on there and actually enhance the front end and make it look a bit younger than it is. So looks lovely, actually broken up with the silver wheels and these silver blades down the side, all in good condition. Mirrors, again, they've got that sort of matte chrome effect and they look superb. Once we get onto the interior, we're greeted with these deployable side steps which work fine, illuminated sills, and this is really where you start to understand why these cars are just unbelievably good value at the moment. So seats in good condition, obviously vented seats, absolutely perfect for the age and the mileage. It's got this ivory sort of bi-coloured interior, so perfect combination really. Ivory dash and door cards, but the seats are black which is good because they don't wear like the ivory ones do. Alcantara headline in there, all in good condition, pan roof, switchgear. This car has like a CarPlay stroke Android device installed, so you can get the best of both worlds. You can use the Land Rover system, but obviously being the date and age that it is, one may prefer to use the CarPlay that's pre-installed in this particular car. But this is just so good in here, and absolutely odour free, no signs of it being owned by a smoker or someone with pets. Some of these Range Rovers, they do have a hard life, and I've seen it a million times before, even when they're relatively young. If they've been in the hands of someone that's used them quite heavily with children and dogs and things like that, or farmers, there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of that, but obviously the condition can slip away. This is evidently not one of those types of cars. It's in really, really good order. I'll list all the spec on the advert. It's literally impossible to list it all here, but it does have the parallel park feature, as well as these upgraded seats. And if I go to the rear, it does have this 1700 watt Meridian sound system, which includes these additional speakers in the seat backs as well as the doors, etc. So really well kitted out, this particular car, embossed with Autobiography there in the centre headrest. Even the original owner's manuals and spec sheets are there, and we have a huge wad of invoices and paperwork with this car, as well as both keys and the preheater fob. So nothing missing, all as it should be. Really, really clean and tidy. Again, deployable side steps, and they actually work on this car, because many you'll find do stick and do not work. The boot is lined with this thick rubber all-weather mat to protect its condition. This is unusual. There's actually a factory fitted Land Rover torch there, which I've hardly seen before. It's got a proper spare wheel, and I can honestly say, the more I look at this car, it baffles me why they're so cheap. But grab a bargain while you can, because at some point I think these may even increase in value, believe it or not. If you get one of these and it's in good condition, you maintain it properly, it can only go so low in its value, I feel. And we must be around that sort of bottom out figure now, I'm sure, because what a car for the money. I dread to think what it was new. I think it was somewhere in the region of 140, 150 with this spec, from what I've been told by Land Rover. But irrespective of that, it presents great value now. And I think what's unique about this car is its mechanical condition as well as cosmetic. There are a lot of these cars out there that are just inevitably going to need work and money chucking at them relatively soon. And bills can be expensive on a Range Rover if you get them wrong. But this is a very, very good, well-maintained car with a very solid history and many major works carried out. Just to give an example, it's had the the roll bar system, the pipe work on that has been sorted on the front end. That's about £2,000 or £3,000. That's been done and invoiced on this car. And that's just one example. We've got multiple invoices and evidence for work carried out. So great opportunity. Lovely, lovely car in the right colour scheme. Let us know your requirements. If you need to part exchange a vehicle or you want nationwide delivery, we can offer that as well. Just let us know your thoughts and how we can assist, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching.